Boos, welcome back to my channel. I don't even know. I don't even know where to start. Like, this is the biggest life update ever. Catch up, because it is so overdue. Life really just did a full 360 on me, and you know, it's like if you don't laugh, you'll cry. Do you know what I mean? The bags under my eyes are indeed obviously Chanel. Happy December. I have not brought any presents apart from for my child, who's now decided that she doesn't like Sonic anymore. And that's all I've brought is Sonic stuff. So that's just great. My mum's idea of Christmas decorations compared to mine are completely different. And that is an example of her Christmas decorations. But we're gonna have a big catch up, but first things first, I'm gonna make dinner. And honestly, I know I probably say it constantly, but every time my HelloFresh delivery comes, I'm just like, oh my God. Sorry, I've just spotted more Christmas decorations that I don't agree with. Sort of cute, I guess, but fine. It's not my house, my mum's house, my mum's rules. Yeah, every time my HelloFresh comes, I swear to you, I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders, and especially in December, I have got so much to do, from like school stuff that's going on, from socialising with like friends, work events that are going on, between buying presents for my whole entire family when I've literally bought nobody a single present yet. Like, there is just so much going on, and HelloFresh just makes everything easier, because like the thought of the school week, I mean, as it is at the moment, I'm driving 4 hours a day to take my daughter to school, to take Malia to school. Like, she's fine because in the morning she has breakfast, like an extra breakfast. She then will do like her homework, she'll play her iPad in the evening, like same. But obviously for me, I go to school and back again, and then I go to pick her up and back again. So obviously I really don't want to be food shopping in my like, what, 5 hours that I have at home to work. So HelloFresh is just perfect. And I feel like it brings a lot of ease to this festive period, because we're all so busy. And we're all spending a lot of money. Like, the cost of living and Christmas, like the presents. Is that a ghost or a dog? It's a dog. The price of presents, like everything is just, it's a lot. So HelloFresh starts from £3.15 per serving before my discount, which I'll pop on the screen at the end. Save money in December, have ease in December. Like, it's just, it's all we want, all we need. Oh my God, I forgot I got this. So they've got festive food, Christmas Camembert burger, sorry, look at that. Christmas Camembert burger, crispy rosemary chicken and Camembert burger, mustard mayo chips and cranberry slaw. Okay, incredible. We've also got one of their ultimate meals, red style Thai prawn curry, which I feel like I have tonight. I'm really craving a curry. I'm a bit bunged up, so I feel like I need a little bit of like spice in my life. And then also lemon and herb sea bass in garlic butter. I love sea bass. Love sea bass. But all the ingredients come pre-portioned, fresh, in the bag. There's no food wastage, and you save money. Ease, delivered to your doorstep. You literally just match the bag to the recipe card, make the food, voila, £3.15 per serving. Like, the savings are, the dog's eating something and I don't know. Mabel, thank you. Oh, she's a little good girl. It's just insane. And I feel like, especially in December right now, this is what we need. So I feel like I do want to make the Christmas burger. But I feel like I need a bit of spice in my life, so it is going to be the prawn green Thai curry. Like, look at that. Look at it. Oh, I'm so excited. So I'm going to make that. I'll show you it when it's cooked, and then we're going to have the biggest life update there is probably I've ever given. Because what's happened as well is, like, I haven't really spoken about anything for the last year because things have been ongoing that I haven't been able to speak, like, not I haven't been able to speak about, because you just don't talk about things until they happen. Oh, the dog's eating the washing machine. Let me make dinner and I'll be back. In the end, I did go for the lemon and herb sea bass in garlic butter because I'm not feeling the best, and I thought, do you know what, this is exactly what I need. And look at that. This, I dipped my finger on it. Incredible. And you know how expensive sea bass is in the shops? Like, a nice, healthy dinner, and I'm so excited. Like, look at it. Yes. Yes. You know when you eat and you're just so full up and content and your belly's full, I thought I need to jump in the shower and get my pyjamas on now, because otherwise I will not be doing it. And now I just feel so cozy and clean and just great. And that HelloFresh was just incredible. They have, I think it's over 44 recipes per week, and they start from £3.15 per serving. That is before my discount, which I'll put my code on the screen now for you. You can get 60% off your first box and 25% off the next 2 months, and I'll put it all in the description too. But yeah, treat yourself, make it easy. December just needs to be easy. We need the biggest catch up, and I was going to do that in my evening routine, but tonight I don't really need to do anything. But has anyone tried this? Because it's incredible. It's the Dove self tan lotion, and I get the medium to dark. I would like a darker one, but I don't know if they do it. But I just put it on after the shower every day, and it's not like fake tan where you have to like take it off or anything. Like it's like it melts into your skin. You do need to be careful with your hands. And then like tomorrow I'll just wake up tanned. Like, I normally put it all over my body, but my body's not going to be out this week, so I'm just going to put it over my face. It's just incredible, and it doesn't go patchy. You don't have to take it off and remove it, and it just gives you a glow and a tan. It's great. Right, so my life. I'm single again, and for anyone that doesn't like me, I don't know if there will be anyone here that doesn't like me, because I mean you're actually watching my video, but you'll be so glad to hear that, because everyone was saying this relationship's going to go so wrong. So you were right. But basically I feel like the show doesn't explain everything. So I don't know if you might be here and not watch Teen Mum, but if you are here and you watch Teen Mum, or you don't watch Teen Mum, either way, you don't really know like the backstory of like, I don't know, like my living arrangements, because you don't get to see everything on the show. Like I do explain it all, like how I'm talking here, but obviously it gets cut down so much. Sorry, my skin feels so great. So I don't know, I feel like, I think they say you make your own luck, but I just feel like I haven't had the best luck over the last however long. So I used to live in a council flat with Malia, right? And this was before I started influencing full-time. Like influencing now is my full-time job. But before I did that, obviously I lived in a council flat, and like I loved it so much. It was actually a housing association. It was just me and Malia, and loved it. And obviously the rent's really cheap because obviously it's housing association. And what happened was, when I came out of like an awful relationship, my friend brought me the book. Do you remember I used to speak about this book all the time, the Vex King book? And it was about manifesting, vibration, all of that, and it just really like did something to me, and just really changed my mindset. And I just really thought, Joe, what, I'm going to really try influencing, and I did in the first month. Like it was great, and I started earning really good, like I'm so fortunate, I started earning good money, and I was living in this flat. And I think obviously I always wanted a house, and I wanted more for us in this flat and a garden, but I was also in this flat, and I was thinking like, you know, I can afford now to like private rent and hopefully buy one day. And there'll be a mum now that's like in a B&B or like mother and baby unit or temporary housing that would dream of having this flat. Like the flat was beautiful. And I can afford now to like not live here. So I obviously it needs to go to someone else. And people were saying to me at the time, like, you're crazy. Like obviously, like it's so cheap, like why would you do that? But they were my two main reasons. So I got this house, which obviously I put it on my YouTube, I filmed about it, I got this house and I rented it for a year, and my plan was I was going to have this house until I could buy somewhere. And then obviously my dad was really poorly, my tenancy was ending on my house, me and Malia hated the house, like we just hated it, it wasn't a vibe whatsoever. So that's when I then made the decision, and I like, even Malia was really young at the time, I think she must have been what, 6? Sorry, I burped. She was really excited to move to Granddad's house, like she'd still have her own bedroom obviously, and I could obviously be there for my dad, help him, and at the same time just obviously be there with him until we brought somewhere. And obviously in this, I then met my now ex-boyfriend. And Southampton is so expensive. Like if you live north, Southampton is very, very, very expensive. Like the house I was renting at the time was 900, and that was so cheap, £900 a month. And that was so cheap for what it was, for like, for the area. And it was literally a box, like a box. Like one room downstairs with a little bathroom and a cupboard, 2 small bedrooms. So Southampton is very, very expensive. And obviously I met my ex-boyfriend, he lives up north, and he started showing me like the houses and the house prices, and I was like, I'm so confused, because these houses that we were looking at, like these 5-bedroom houses, would be like way over £1 million down here, way over. And that was like my main motivation for thinking, spending more and more time there. And I like have friends there as well, so I was taking Malia up to like see my friends and their kids. And I thought, do you know what, like I've always wanted to move to like Spain, for example. Like I've always wanted to move out of England, completely live somewhere warm. And obviously I can't work from a different country, like my work is here. So I was sort of like, oh well, you know, still moving out of Southampton, it's an adventure. And there were other motivations for it, which I'm not even going to get into, but that was the main motivation for it. And I then sort of made the decision slowly. I was sort of like, and I was umming and ahhing. I was like, it's such a big move. Like, but then I thought, well, Malia's still really young. Like, she'll still be here all the time. Like, and yeah, but it was actually Malia that started saying to me, I love it here, etc, etc, etc. And I said to her, like, oh, would you like to, like, you know, would you like to live here maybe? And she was like, yeah, obsessed, like loved it. But obviously she doesn't understand how actually far it is, like day-to-day school. Like she couldn't just be like, oh, can we go see so-and-so in Southampton? Because it's like, well, no, like it has to be, that'll be 3 weeks time. So, but anyway, at this point I made the decision. I thought we can have this most beautiful house, like that we'd never have here. Well, maybe one day we manifest, but yeah, that was what I decided to do. And you know what, when I got my head around it, I got so excited. I was like, this is what I want. And like Malia's whole life financially is me. I don't get any help with Malia, like monthly help, her clothes and her clubs, holidays, birthdays, day-to-day, like anything, that's me. It's all me. Obviously, like from the other side, like not this year, the year before, like we split her birthday, me and her dad split her birthday party, not this year, the year before. But apart from that, like everything, school uniform, everything is me. That's it. Like I don't get any help with her. And also the time with her, like if I'm planning something, it's like a birthday, work event, whatever, 9 times out of 10 it'll be my mum that has her, that I'll plan to have her. And she used to be with like them, like her dad's side of the family, like every weekend, and she's not now. But yeah, anyway, so I thought this is amazing. So anyway, me and my partner, my ex-partner, put offers in on how, like, it went on. So I think we started this process in March, like looking into getting the mortgage, getting the mortgage advisor. I think we did our first house viewing maybe in like May or June. One fell through, then there was problem after problem after problem. But I had last year of like not really saving, just holidays, like, and having fun and just doing whatever. And so then this year I was like, well, we're getting a house, like we need a lot of money, and I've saved nothing. So I spent this year saving every penny I had, like apart from obviously needing fuel, food. I went on 2 holidays without Malia, but they were work trips, and then I took Malia to Disneyland for her birthday. But apart from that, like we haven't, compared to the year before, I haven't bought clothes. Like literally, it's Malia. Like I bought myself a couple of things obviously, but Malia's had all new clothes and whatever. But I've saved like I've never saved before. I didn't realise it was in me to save the way I have. Like I've really tried hard, because I thought this is my year now for our forever home. Like that's all I want. I want our forever home. And we found this house, we put the offer in, and when I tell you this house is like, I could never have dreamt of owning a house like this. Like it was the most beautiful house, 5 bedrooms. Malia was gonna have her own ensuite, like a dressing room, like, and because obviously it's up north, it's so much cheaper than here. And the offer got accepted, and this was July. I never realised how long it takes to buy a house. This was July, and in this time things happened with my dad, so we had to leave my dad's house and came to my mum's. But I was like, that's okay, like we have like maybe a month before we get our new house. Obviously it wasn't, it went on longer and longer, and problem after problem after problem. But we finally Like, we had the mortgage offer accepted, like, everything. Like, this is our house. Like, I'm so sorry. During my period and I've got trapped wind. It's really not, it's not great. So yeah, we've got this house, and the mortgage advisor thought it would probably be January, but hopefully but like before Christmas. So we're like, yeah, buying stuff, like this is what's happening. And I'm at my mum's at this point, but that's fine because the house is going through. Like, we're gonna have the house soon. Like, everything is house. My whole year has been about getting this house. Like, that's everything. Like, all I was following on Instagram was new house pages, like making mood boards, like hours of looking at furniture, planning like what Marley's bedroom was gonna be like. Like, it's been a lot. And then, so we're waiting for our exchange date, which is so exciting, and that's what's happening. And then 2 weeks ago, relationship ended. And it is one of those, like, if you don't laugh, you will cry moments, because, and I feel like I'm not going to get into what actually happened right now, just because it's like, do you know what I mean, it's fresh. I'm really trying to choose peace at the moment. I'm not like, but yeah, it ended, gone, finished, never to be seen. Like, never, that it's finished, done. And like, I did put something up on Instagram. I was doing a Q&A, and I haven't done Q&As for ages. Like, I was always every week doing Q&As, because I knew people would be like, where are you living? What's going on? Like, what's your plan? And I couldn't say, because I was like, oh my God, but soon it's going to be like, oh my God, like, dreams have come true. Like, we worked so hard, like, this is our house. And I did my first Q&A the other day, and obviously everything was like, what's happened to your relationship? Like, where's he gone, etc. So I just said, like, no, it's ended, because I just don't want to get into it really right now. And I did say that, you know, that I look back on this year, I have been down, and I haven't been happy, but because, like, it's been all over the place. It's been constant trying to get this house, and then things happened, like, in my personal life with my family, but the light at the end of the tunnel was this house, like, it finally, our forever home, like, and that's all I wanted to give Malia, like, our forever home. And I'm not stuck, and I've had, like, down days, because I've been like, oh my God, what am I gonna, like, what now? And also, I think what I'm trying to get out of my head is, like, where I live now, like, Southampton, like, this is where we're gonna stay, obviously. It's so expensive, so, like, going from what we had just brought, we literally hadn't paid the money, because you obviously pay your money when you exchange, to now here, I'm looking at everything and I'm like, oh, which is fine, because our family are here, our friends are here, and, you know, I'm looking at it from the other point of view, like, okay, well, Malia might not have liked it there, like, she probably doesn't really properly understand what was involving actually going and stuff. But I'm now, I don't know, I just feel like the one thing I've wanted for me and, like, for Malia and us is, like, our home, like, our place. Do you know what I mean? Like, our safe space. And this last year I've spent time sacrificing that for the greater good, with good intentions of having this home and this house, like, dream house, having everything, for it to just completely go Pete Tong at the very last minute. So yeah, I think that's why I say that last year's been unhappy, because, like, it's just been all over the place. I'm now in a position where, obviously, I've saved all my money, which is great, but I don't want a private rent, because it's always temporary. I feel like we've had, like, 2 years of temporary. The little house we lived in, it was like, well, we're not going to be here forever. And then this whole year has been temporary, because it's been like, oh, when we're moving, we're waiting for our house to go through. I don't want temporary anymore, and I want to own somewhere. But it's taken us from March to December to get this house. Like, that's such a long time. So to buy somewhere is going to take such a long time. Getting a mortgage on your own is very difficult. And there are options. Like, I have looked at options, but I know it's going to take time. And I think it's just very frustrating, because it's like, well, that was our house. Like, and it felt like I'd waited a long time for it. And I'd had such down days, like, oh my God, like, this is a disaster. But the light at the end of the tunnel was the house, and now that's been taken, and that's not happening. Like, that's finished. So I don't want to spend months and months and months waiting, but I don't know what, you know, it's like, I'm going to have to, because it doesn't, great, I could maybe have somewhere in 3 months, but 3 months, like, and that's with the house going really smoothly. That's like me finding a house tomorrow and putting an offer on the house and getting a mortgage. Like, it's just, I don't know, just right at the moment, I feel like I've completely failed Malia, because I wish I could have a crystal ball to know that this was going to happen, so I haven't wasted this last year. But don't get me wrong, the good thing is she is so happy and content. Like, where my mum lives is the most beautiful place. Like, she's not once said, like, she mentions, like, Middlesbrough, moving up north and stuff, but she's content and happy in day to day. Do you know what I mean? She's still at that age where she just floats down, like, by day to day. It's not affecting her, which is good, but I now need to, like, work out what to do, where to go. But I've been very negative for the last couple of weeks, but now I'm being positive because I'm so blessed. It could be worse. Like, we could be homeless right now. We're in a beautiful house with my mum and my sister. Like, it's lovely. Like, Marley's absolutely loving it here. Like, we could stay here if we wanted to. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, oh my God, we need a house tomorrow, right now. It's just a bit of a, it's letting go of what's happened, and the image I had of the future, the very near future, is in the next couple of weeks, gone. Getting that out of my head and looking at the future now and thinking, right, okay, we're good for now. Like, Malia loves it here, everything's fine, but what is the plan? Where are we going to go? Look at how, like, do you know what I mean? But I also was so determined to start this business that I wanted to start for the longest time. And this year was my year to do it. But then obviously when we then decided we were buying a house, every penny I've had has gone for the house. So now I can start the business, which I'm going to do in January. So my plan is I'm just going to have the rest of December. I'm like telling my life plan here. Have the rest of December just enjoying time with Malia. Like, I've had, like, this weekend was like my girls' Christmas night that I went to, but I was home by like 9:30. The weekend before it was like my work Christmas party, and then now Malia's breaking up from school at the end of next week, so it's like then Malia plans, loads of Christmas plans, spend loads of time with the family, and then January is going to be like my business, and I just want to spend the next year for me and Malia with no man involved in these plans, building the life that I want us to have. And I think starting with the business, obviously, and I can't stop burping, I'm sorry. Starting the business that I want to start and deciding where to live, but I don't want to rush into it. Like, we're good here, obviously, like I've said quite a few times. Like, I don't want to rush into getting somewhere for the sake of getting somewhere. Like, I want our next home to be where we're going to be for like a very long time. So I'm not just going to quickly next week suddenly try and rush it, because I want it to be permanent. So I'm going to spend the next year doing that. And yeah, I'm in a weird place at the moment. Everything I thought was going to happen now isn't happening. It's getting that reality, that fantasy now. Like, it was just literally fantasy, even though it was my reality, it was fantasy out of my head. Everything can always be worse. That's what I always tell myself. Everything could always be worse. I am really grateful that even though we didn't end up having our house that we literally basically bought, I've managed to obviously save the money, and I've been able to save money to be able to get mine and Malia's place, however long that might take for our thing. I hope that gives people understanding as well, because I do get messages from people like, oh, you're out drinking, but you haven't even got a home for you and your daughter and things like that. I just wanted to clear that up. Like, I feel like what's gone on for the last year, everything, like, it's been with the intention of having this, like, that was being my goal for the year was literally to have our home, and that's now gone. And so, like, I don't really know what going out's got to do with it at all, because when Malia is doing something with my mum, or like she is with her dad or her grandma, like, and I've got something to go to, I'll go to it. Like, but you know, we're happy, we're healthy, we've got money in the bank, there is good that's come out of it. But I hope that for anyone that's maybe like thinking like, what is going on in her world, because I want to know, but she never clears it up, I hope that's cleared it all up. I cannot wait to see the back of 2023, and 2024 is going to be the year. At some point next year we will have our forever place. I hope it happens for us next year, because that's what I want. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Remember the HelloFresh discount, it's in the description as well. And I'm going to do some more December vlogs. I was thinking like Marley breaks up from school and we're going to do like Christmassy stuff, so I thought I'd vlog that as well. And I was also going to go Christmas shopping, I thought I'd vlog that and like do gift idea sort of vlog. So yeah, love you all loads, and I will see you soon.